last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now on 2nd down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Xavier Cooper able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now it's Rosen looking. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around down the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by David Anderson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go now. Green, 30.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
On second down, Johnson works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Over. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
On third down, Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Hassan Reddick. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. In trouble, and the ball's out. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Johnson. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The wrist seems fine. The legs were never a problem, as DJ's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now Rosen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Rosen to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through, and the lead extends. It's 15-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Spurs. Like what? Two. Like that.
Cousins on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Spurs. Hey, steamer. Yellow. Rhino. Done.
2nd down, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Rhino. Wide. Done.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Set. 319. 319.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. They go to Johnson again. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Airs this out for Matthews. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Rashard Matthews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Here's Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
All right, now look at
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third and long here for Rosen. Forced out to it. Now the ball comes loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Cousins steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Xavier Cooper in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Rosen on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Rhino!
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Corey Peters in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. They made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Johnson running left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Here's Rosen to throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rosen now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Detroit! Over!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It's caught. Nelson. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing now. Rosen on 1st down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Caught right side, Gresham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Kirk Cousins with 4 game-winning drives as a member of the Redskins a year ago. He's got a 1st and 10 here. They start the drive with Cook. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Second down, Cousins. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure if you have a big-time pass.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jihad Ward in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. 1
score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And with flags down, he's up near the 40, but it looks like this one might be coming back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Cousins to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just